Hey, all right, congrats. We've made it to the end of the semester. So let's look at what we've got this week. Obviously, all of these are going to be really important because these are your last assignments. Those can make a difference in your final grade. So the final exam is going to be Tuesday and Wednesday. The final exams for the semesters, that's set by the college, so it's got to be Wednesday, and then since I want to leave it open 48 hours for you, I'm making it Tuesday and Wednesday. That gives you a little bit more time to study too, instead of having it early at the beginning of the week. All right, so just remember that's on chapter 20 and 21. That's our viruses and bacteria and protists. Study, prepare for that, finish on a good note. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying if you study and prepare, because it's less chapters, I think you can finish with a really, really, good exam grade if you'll put the work into it, right? So that's the big thing this week, obviously. Now you've got some other assignments, and the reason I want to point these out is the semester ends on Wednesday, on the 3rd. So after that, the class is closed, semester is over. I can't take any more grades after that. I'm actually going to be calculating your final grade probably first thing Thursday. So I need everything by Wednesday. What that means is if you've got a chance to do it early, please do it early. That'll make it a lot easier on me to get everything graded. All right. So discussion board 5 is on bacteria. That's open now, but it's going to be due Wednesday. Now, make sure you do all of these, but I've actually had students in the past who took the final exam, they looked at their average and they went, oh, that's good enough, and they didn't do any other work. And I get thinking, well, why would I do assignments if it's not going to change my grade? If you don't do the discussion board, I'm going to have to put a 0 in, and that will lower your grade, all right? So do every assignment you can. There's an end of semester survey. I saw a lot of you have taken that already, so if you haven't, that's a chance, really easy chance to earn 5 bonus points. And then I mentioned the bonus lab a couple weeks ago, so that's also going to be due Wednesday. That's an extra lab that's on research in the scientific method, something we talked about way back in chapter 1. And the only hard part about this is there's a step where you're going to have to collect 30 different measurements for people's height, their wingspan, the length of their forearm, and then from their forearm to their hand. So that can take a while to do all that. So what I did a couple weeks ago, and I know I sent an announcement about this, if you'll go over to the discussion board, I've got a discussion board started where you can, when you get, let's say there's 3 people in your family, when you get those 3 measurements, you can share them to the discussion board, and then as a class, we'll get 30. We'll get enough that everyone can just kind of use those measurements instead of having to go to Walmart and ask strangers how tall they are. That probably be kind of weird. So use that discussion board if you haven't. Make sure you're contributing to it so that we've all got enough measurements. All right. You can get 20. It's a regular lab, so I'm going to give you 20 bonus points if you'll do that. I'm going to grade it, right or wrong. But when you turn that in, I'll grade it, and you can get up to 20 bonus points. That can make a big difference at the end of the semester. So number one, there's not any extra credit, but please don't put me in the situation where you're like, can I do anything to help my grade? And I've got to look at the grade book and say, well, you didn't do the, diversity quiz at the beginning of the semester. That was worth bonus points. You didn't do the practice exam. You didn't do the end of semester survey. That's like 35 bonus points that have been available this semester. So make sure you take advantage of these last ones. All right. Finish strong. Congrats on making it through a Mini 1. If you're not taking a Mini 2 class, then your life is going to feel so much better after this, because I know I mentioned at the beginning of the semester, this was like you're taking 2 classes at once because it's so fast-paced. So enjoy the break. If you are taking the Mini 2, keep going. Do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, and finish strong through that too. All right? I've enjoyed it as much as you can enjoy an online mini Biology 103 class. I know it was a lot of work, on me, and I definitely know on you too. So if you need anything in the future, feel free to reach out and let me know, and I will talk to y'all later.